Hey guys, my name is Nick and welcome back to the channel, and in this video we are doing the final showcase for my Blood Angels collection. This video is going to be focusing on all the remaining vehicles that I have. So we're talking Storm Ravens, Drop Pods and Predators and that kind of thing. So this is going to just round off the showcase series that I've been doing where we've focused on Death Company, HQs and infantry models so far. So this is just going to round out the collection and just complete the showcase. So let's get straight into the video. First up in the collection is a bog standard Predator with an autocannon and two las cannons. Now fortunately for 8th edition, autocannons are superb. So this was a bit of a questionable build when I first did this around about sort of 6th/7th edition. Now I did change my weathering technique across the vehicle, so there's a little bit of more sort of metal damage like this version, and there's some that I tried a very different technique with and I'm not overly happy with it, but it is what it is and I'm kind of stuck with it now. And you know, with this whole ethos that I have of never overly going back and reviewing old models and trying to come up with new designs for them, I'd rather just get on with a new project, to be honest. But yeah, it fulfills a great role. They're very economical on price and points in the 8th edition. And as I said, those autocannons are pretty damn awesome in the current edition. Especially now that we've got split fire as well, I can point las cannons in different directions, take out different kinds of targets, and point those autocannons where I need to as well. Next up is a Bile Predator, and this is one of the unique weapon or unique vehicles for the Blood Angels. It's covered in lots of flamey death. Now the reason I built a few of these, in fact I think I've got 2 of these in the collection in total, was you could combine them with the Land Raider Redeemer back in the day with Apocalypse, and they could pump out some extra super large templated flamers of death. You can see on some of these close-ups they are adorned with some of the Forge World icons and brass etch as well, just to make them really stand out and look a bit more fancy. So there's those sort of brass etch panels that are the black and gold, and there's some Forge World icons as well on the front and sides here, just to make them look extra cool and more Blood Angel-y. I'm fairly sure the phrase Blood Angel-y is legitimate and is probably in the lexiconum somewhere, but I'm going to stick with it. Again, you can see slightly different weathering technique on this one compared to the other Predator that we've just looked at. So a couple of different styles. It means that the army isn't 100% consistent in the approach, but it is what it is. I'm not 100% happy with it, but I still think they look a very effective and collective looking force when they're on the tabletop. You see another Bile Predator here. This one is with all of the assault cannons and heavy bolters. This is my anti-infantry mowing down vehicle. Now I do have a drop pod in the army, one of very few drop pods I actually own now. I've just having sold a whole bunch of drop pods from my old Space Wolf army. But I do have one for the Blood Angels. In 8th edition though, drop pods are not the greatest. There's far better and more effective ways of delivering troops into the back lines. But back in the day, drop pods were still pretty cool. And I think I actually counted this as a Dreadnought drop pod, to be honest, and dropped Furiosos with it. Then moving on, we have a Storm Raven. I have a couple of Storm Ravens in the collection. Unfortunately, 2 of them out of the 3, in fact, 2 out of the 3 are not complete. In fact, one of them I'm going to convert into, or I'm going to repaint it into Death Company colour, so it'll be black. This one again, lots of weathering and battle damage all over it. It's armed with the twin multi-melter at the front, which I think is the weapon of choice on any of these, and then las cannons on the turret. Now I have removable Hurricane Bolters. I've actually magnetised the Hurricane Bolters on the side. Hurricane Bolters are tremendous on these kind of things. In fact, Hurricane Bolters full stop are a bonus or a bargain in price as well. But sticking one on here, you know, I'm quite happy with those options. But if I don't have that spare, I think they're 10 points. Now they were 4 points when they first come out. But if you don't have those spare points, then they are removable and you can just put in the regular side doors. Again, all the Blood Angels iconography on here, so you can see all the winged blood drops on the side fronts and pretty much across the model, just to give it that extra feel and extra look to make sure it's all cohesive. And you can see inside the Blood Angel pilot and the lobotomized servitor, who pretty much operates the 2 las cannons on the top. See all the heavy weathering powders all around the engine sections. You know, these. Bile is a very dusty planet, so I'd imagine there's a lot of dust ingress across the model, or across the flyer. But here's a final photograph then, just showing you the regular door section rather than the Hurricane Bolters bolted to the side. And you can see just here, how easy they are. They just pop off and there's a magnetic pole that runs between the two, so you can make them swap and change. So there we go then, guys. That is the final video of the showcase of the Blood Angels. I hope you have enjoyed watching the series and looking at the models in the collection. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I shall catch you guys on the next video.